Good morning to you on Instagram. Tanja here, leadership and mindset specialist for real estate leaders and teams that want to grow themselves and their people and their business in the least amount of time. G'day, Karen Hardy. Great to have you here. Happy Friday. How's your week been? Good morning, Lloyd. How's F45 training going, my friend? G'day, Kate. Great to see you here as always. So great to be here. Can you believe another week has gone? What was the best thing that happened in your week? Please write it in. I want to know, what are you most grateful for? What has been the best thing that has happened in your week so far? Morning. Hey, Jazz. Great to have you here as well. Hello to our friends on Facebook. There's a little bit of a delay, so if you're writing comments, I can't see them yet, but they will pop up. I am feeling fantastic. I am physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually on fire, feeling great. My first home buyers night, yes, of course. Kate Ashton, congratulations. You hosted your very first home buyers information night. You had a great group of people there, all smiling by the look of the photos that I've seen. And you've got people interested in partnering with you to buy their first big asset, which is just awesome, adding value to the community. So well done. Hey, Ben, great to have you here as well. So, okay, I want to kick off. So I've had an amazing week of coaching, an amazing week of training, and it's the power of exercise also just fuel injects your energy. So I'm feeling pretty pumped. Like Lloyd, I joined F45 here down in Dramana in the Mornington Peninsula. He's in another location. G'day, Erin. Great to have you here. And within 3 days, I'd lost 1.5 kilos. I'm eating 1,300 calories a day, literally weighing my food, which I don't mind, actually. I feel like I'm being quite disciplined and training like a mad woman 45 minutes a day and sweating, which is great. Feels amazing. So I want to talk about shortly some of the things I'm noticing about how people tackle, whether it's training in the gym or leading or managing their business or leading their life. G'day, Jessica. Great to have you here, my love. Killing it. How are you going, Lloyd? Are you enjoying it? G'day, Brooklyn. Great to see you here. If you're watching this live, please type in live. And if you're watching the record, type in the record so I know when this message is getting to you. All right. So this is Rapid Fire Friday. This is where I take about 20 minutes or so and I'll just try and make it as quick as I can. Let's make Rapid Fire Friday rapid, where I just reflect on some of the key coaching themes of the week of my one-on-one coaching, and I just rapid fire some of the insights and tips that you can take into your business and life because I want you to win. All right, so that's the whole intention. I've got a couple of things I want to go through today, and one is yesterday I had a coaching session with a principal whose intention, so I want to share with you how in one conversation I helped him get 18 hours back a week. Let me ask you, could you do with an extra 18 hours in your week? Really, like what could you do with that 18 hours? Would you reinvest it back into your business? Would you spend more time with family and friends? Would you join F45 or do some kind of training for yourself? Lloyd is saying, it all starts from the mind. 6 sessions down and an 8-kilometer run yesterday morning. Man, you are on fire. That's insane. Nice work, brother. So imagine one conversation you get 18 hours back for your time and your day. Now, how did I do it? His intention for coaching was he was feeling really overwhelmed. He has a business where his break even every month is around 200,000. So it's a big responsibility. So he's feeling overwhelmed and feeling like he's lacking focus, and that his overwhelm and focus is affecting his ability to focus on his business and grow his business. So what I did to help him get razor sharp focus and actually get 18 hours a week more productive time, g'day Holly, great to have you here, is I deconstructed the wheel of life on my whiteboard and highlighted the 8 key spokes of the wheel of life, which are health, wealth, family and friends, hobbies, passions and interests, relationship, personal development, career, spirituality. I think I may have missed one. Anyway, we unpacked health, wealth, hobbies, family and friends, hobbies, passions and interests, relationship, personal development, business, and spirituality or religion, right? So I unpacked that and I said, which slice of the pie is really causing you the most concern? And he said, wealth. I'm like, great. In wealth, what's causing you the most concern? And he started unpacking with me that he recently built a house. The budget for the house build was 1.6 million. They blew the budget and by $1 million. So it was $2.6 million spend. Okay, so that was the first thing, overextended themselves. That was fine, but to achieve that result, he needed to sell 2 investment properties. And he's been in a funk since then, beating himself up, living in this beautiful home, but not enjoying it, feeling stressed about the money. And pardon me, and then his partner, his wife, is telling him it's your fault, and he's creating this whole morass, this whole experience where there he is in this beautiful home with the home theater, with, oh, we're starting to get some activity on Facebook. Hi, I still can't see any comments yet. Oh, they're popping up now. Who have we got? Lou, g'day Lou. Kerry Lee, good morning. G'day Greg and Priscilla, great to have you here. Sorry, the comments hadn't come up. And so he's just not enjoying his life. And then he's also beating himself up that he sold 2 investment properties, and his wife was also saying, you know, it's not good, it's not good. So I said, okay, great. Well, this is, you're completely out of alignment and you're in conflict with yourself the whole time. Hi, have we got Naomi? Great. Hi, Naomi, great to have you here. So I said to him, what was the annual turnover or revenue you were getting from the 2 investment properties? He said 60,000. I said, okay. I said, have you had the property that you've just built valued recently? He said, yes. I said, what's the value? He said, 4.5 million. I said, so you mean to tell me that in 3 months, you've increased your net worth by $2 million, and those 2 investment properties were only earning you $60,000 per annum? And he was just like, had one of those Flintstone, blah, 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 where your face wobbles in slow motion moments. He goes, yeah. And I said, isn't this a different way to look at it? He's like, holy shit. I said, yeah, holy shit. You have increased worth $2 million in 3 months. It would take you 33 years to get that from those 2 investment properties. That's what you need to focus on. And I said, and how much per week extra, or sorry, per month extra is that costing you in your real life to pay that extra mortgage of the $1 million blowout? He said 6,000. I said, and can you afford that, or are you going to need to eat tuna and rice for the rest of your life? He goes, no, we can afford it. I said, so you've increased your net worth by $2 million in 3 months. It's only costing you an extra $6,000 a month, and you can afford it. You're not struggling. What's the problem? And this is what I see so many times. And then I asked him, how much time, my friend, do you spend beating yourself up, stressing and worrying about what you should have, or shouldn't have done, selling the investment properties, listening to your wife and feeling in a funk, and then being overwhelmed and it affecting everywhere? And he said, 20 hours a week. And I said, how many of those 20 hours a week are you spending worrying about the house and stuff? He said 18. And I said, well, you just got 18 hours back because you don't have to worry about that anymore. And his homework was to go and buy his favorite bottle of Shiraz and go home and share what he learnt with his wife to actually complete the noise. Does this make sense? And what can you hear for yourself? Because I promise you this. Now, were there lessons to learn? Yes. The key lesson here to learn is there is stuff that has happened in our lives and decisions that we have made, and we've made them. And whether they've propelled us forward by $2 million or $2 or 2 hours or whatever it is, it's not the issue. The issue is if you're showing up in your life right here, right now at 8:09 on Friday, the 26th of July, and you are beating yourself up for things that happened in the past, you are significantly impacting the quality of your life right here, right now. And the energy that you have and project right here, right now will determine how your tomorrow and next week and next month and next quarter and next year looks like. So the guy who was completely shapeshifted actually started to celebrate his success. Does that make sense? Hey, Darren, great to see you here. Tell me what you can hear for yourself. And do you have any area of your life that you're still beating yourself up for? Please do yourself a favor. Less whip, more wand. Less beating yourself up. G'day, Kayla. And more wand. More celebrating your success. More celebrating your achievements. I really invite you to take a look today. Where are you carrying around the baggage of the past and you're still beating yourself up about things that you have, Done. So, hey, Jacinta, great to have you here. So if that makes sense, those of you on Instagram, can you give me a thumbs up or write a word that comes to mind as I share that first distinction for Rapid Fire Friday? All right. Now, as I said before, I've been training at F45, absolutely loving it. But here's my observation this week. Your mindset, our mindset, is the muscle for our momentum. Okay. Now, I'm at the gym, and I don't know if you're familiar with F45, but there's a whole lot of different activities that you do in 45 minutes with a team of people, and it's pretty great. It's pretty hardcore. Great. It's making sense. Thank you, team. All right. Now, hey, Priscilla. And I'm standing there yesterday, and there's a guy next to me, and you know they have someone demonstrate all the exercises, and then they crank the music and you're in. And the guy standing next to me was like, "Oh, that one over there is going to be really hard, and that one over there is going to be really hard. And how do you feel about that one?" And I'm just standing there knowing, of course, it's going to be a challenge, but I just refuse to make it even harder for myself by telling myself how hard it's going to be. And I said, "Don't worry, mate. Every single time we do it, it's going to get easier, and that's going to be fantastic, you know, and next week we're going to be even better." And he's like, "Nah." And then we get to like the fourth exercise, and he's like, "Oh, this one's going to be really tough." And I said, "No, I think it's going to be all right." And he goes, "No, I've been coming here a year and it never gets better." And I felt like saying, "No shit, Sherlock. It's because you're telling yourself how hard it is going to be for you." And then as I'm looking around the room in between the exercises, the body language of many people was kind of down. And you know, yeah, was it a workout? For sure. Is it a challenge? Yes. Do at times I want to vomit, you know, in my own singlet? Yes. But here is the thing. Successful people really choose to focus on the end result and do it with a positive state of mind. When you determine something's going to be hard, the market is hard, the market is challenging, this is going to be a tough day, that's going to be a hard gig, then definition is decisive. You will determine how your reality and your future looks. The other thing that I noticed was there are a lot of people doing the exercises and they're looking at the clock, waiting for the clock to finish to rest. And I just chose to exercise flat out until I couldn't do it anymore, until I hear the beep, because there's a beep. I don't want to be looking at the clock. Where else in our lives are we doing an activity and looking at the clock, waiting for it to finish, rather than just running to the finish line with full gusto, with full productivity, with full focus to achieve the full result? Does this make sense? Can you hear something in this for yourself? So, definition is decisive. If you define it as hard, it'll be hard. If you're watching the clock and waiting for a break or waiting to finish, you're losing momentum and productivity. And in between exercises or in between your daily activity, if you drop your energy and drop your state, it's going to be harder to come back. Even though I was sweaty and sore and thirsty and tired, I just chose to stand in the power position, which is kind of the Wonder Woman position in between breaks, and I was just super focused because I don't want my state to drop in between the training. So I ask you, as you're prospecting, as you're doing business development, as you're speaking with clients, and as you're going about your day, are you keeping your state high? Are you watching the clock? Are you defining your reality as empowered or disempowered? Just type in for me. If you're on Instagram and not driving, are you determining your future as positive and empowered or disempowered? And our friends on Facebook, first of all, how's the reception? Because we tend to have a bit of an issue with live video on Facebook. Is it clear? Lloyd, your energy is amazing today. Love it. Well, that's the benefit of training. But tell me, what's your future look like? Is your future positive or negative? Is your future going to be hard and challenging or exciting and thrilling? And just on that note, one of my other clients, this is my final one for the day. What would your life look like if you had appraisals walking in to your office or calling you, the request for appraisal, the request to do business with you? If you were an attraction agent or an attraction person, for those that tune in that aren't in real estate, what would that be like for you if your energy was just attracting business opportunities to you? I want to tell you flat out that your gratitude determines your altitude. I prove this for myself every day and every week. And I had a client yesterday, another principal, that did the same thing. So here is what happened. in his preparation sheet, he said, I want to be able to really feel the outcome of my desires so I can become an attraction, the law of attraction. And what I fear, what I'm putting out, I know is going to come back. So I did an exercise with him because what he was doing, he's trying to manifest, right? Anyone else out there trying to manifest? He's trying to manifest in his head, thinking, imagining all the things that he wants, imagining how it could feel, and it hasn't been working and it's stressing him out. The way the law of attraction works, it is all in the heart and not in the head. Your heart is where your soul resides. Your heart, when they say trust your gut sits right under in here, right under your heart. That is when you give up thinking and you just feel. So I did a creative visualization with him where I dropped him into his heart, had him connect to a place where he feels deeply grateful, and he just stood there and he was beaming out this energy of the feeling that he gets when he helps people sell their house. And that's why he does it. Yes, he loves the commission. Yes, he loves the money. Yes, he loves being number one in the area, with his business partner. But what he really loves more than anything is the way it feels when he helps people. And I said, that's the feeling you need to connect to. What does that feel like? What is the color? What's the temperature? What's the texture? And can you broadcast that out? And can you imagine yourself like a drone where your energy of gratitude is hovering over your suburb that you service, hovering over the state and then the world, right? You can go as big as you want. And can you send that love and gratitude out for all the people in the future who you're going to help and whose lives you're going to change? You should have seen him as I was doing this visualization with him. He was beaming and glowing. He goes, oh my God, I can feel it. He couldn't feel it before. Lo and behold, I get his accountability checks to check in last night. People was walking into his office asking for an appraisal in his area, in his particular patch. Appraisals just happening on the phone. Now, I'm not saying just do that and expect that, but I am saying from offers, get out of your head thinking about what we want and trying to force an outcome and having expectations. And when we drop into our heart and we send gratitude and energy for that which is coming to us and for the experience of fulfilling the things that matter, that's what determines our altitude. G'day, Brendan. So gratitude determines your altitude, and that is when we become an agent of attraction. So I invite you to A, meditate if you don't, and B, when you're wanting and thinking about the things that you desire, don't think them with your head. Feel them with your heart and connect to the feeling of what it is that you're grateful for. And you just keep projecting that and watch the magic and the miracles that start happening in your life. Does that make sense? So tell me, do you practice meditation and are you interested in the law of attraction? Is intuitive intelligence and the art of the law of attraction something that's of interest to you, and would you like to learn more of it? It's something I do a lot of work on. If so, write yes to the law of attraction. So I'm going to leave it there, a shorter one today. I hope you have a beautiful Friday. For those in real estate, happy show day tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Remember, this is a people business. People buy people, not products. They buy you, they buy your energy. So make sure that your energy is up. Make sure you don't fill yourself with filler. You fill yourself with fuel. Notice what you're eating. Make sure you hydrate, because that is critical. When the brain's dehydrated with too much coffee, you don't think clearly and problem solve effectively. Please really look after yourself. Yes, says Jacinta. Awesome. Great. So much love, guys. Have a beautiful day. I really look forward to seeing you 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Monday for Mindset Mastery Monday, where I'm going to share with you the most powerful thing I know to have you in your power. The number one thing to have you be as powerful as you can. And when I say powerful, I don't mean force or aggression. I just mean absolutely in your power, in your mojo, able to create anything. And it's pretty magic. So with that, I say, as always, remember, like the beautiful Maya Angelou used to say, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Go and make yourself and others feel amazing today. Much love. Have a beautiful day, friends. I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.